Hey guys, my name is Fox. Welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the 8th episode of The Legend of Vox Machina. This episode was so good. Like, it was probably the best one yet.
I'll try again now.
It's too dangerous, Pike Trickfoot.
That was bold of you, Pike, to think that everybody cares about you. They don't care. They care about themselves. That amount of power can affect them as well, can hurt them as well. They want you to stop for their sake.
If you won't aid me, then I'll do it alone.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Look at them now. They left. Because most of the time when people tell you to stop doing something that is full of risk, they tell you to stop for their own sake, for their own survival. And I'm saying that with personal experience. Like sometimes when I tell somebody to not do something, it's not just because I care about them, but it's also because I care about myself. Like, I don't want to die or get into trouble. So just like for the mutual betterment for the both of us, let's not do this. I mean, some people are worth it. Like with some people, you would do it. But for some people, you wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't die for Keelit or Scanlan. I wouldn't. But I'd probably die for Silas. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. He's a bad person. I don't know. There's just something about not getting respect and love in a relationship that really attracts people. I kind of forgot that happened. I mean, in my head, the last episode ended where, like, it turned out to be a trap. So I completely forgot that Cassandra got her throat slit. That's how unimportant this slitting was, because it did not make sense. I mean, somebody did reason with me in the comments and they were like, Percy didn't shoot because the chances of hitting Cassandra or missing are pretty high. And I was like, that is Percival, Frederickstein, Von Musil, Kalofsky Derulo III. He cannot miss. So he should have shot. So you know what I'm talking about. And then like he didn't shoot and Cassandra got hurt and then the professor just stood there.
I've wanted to do
Max!
tick tock, tick tock.
What was the purpose of this? Like he just stood there like tick tock, like maybe he was making a TikTok of the whole thing. We don't know, but why did he just stand there? Like, what was the purpose behind the standing? Like maybe if he was like loading his gun, it would have made sense. If he was, I don't know, doing something.
The joy in watching the Derolo child meet a painful end.
No, not enough. I mean, you should have at least had like a leather couch. And then if you had like sat down and enjoyed the show, that would have made sense. I mean, Frontman did it better. You, sir, were a disappointment.
You son of a bitch! We're all sons of bitches, Derolo! You in particular, from that bitch who bore you!
Sheesh, that is a good dialogue. We're all sons of bitches. I once wrote a similar dialogue in one of my books where a guy is like, you son of a bitch. And the other person's like, we're brothers. And he's like, and your point is, we both know whose sons we are. In all honesty, their mother was quite a bad person. She locked her son in a room for 3 months. I have never seen anyone spar with a sword. Seriously? I've never seen anyone spar with... I have never seen anyone spar with a revolver. That was so cool. I mean, we've seen swords that have like built-in guns, like that was cool, but this tops it. Sparring with a gun. And then you can shoot them too. Like, my God, it just gets better and better. On which note, is it just me or does anyone else also think that the professor and Percy kind of look like father and son? I mean, they both have white hair, they both wear glasses, and I don't know, maybe it's just these two factors, but I like during this scene, I kind of felt like it was a father and son fight. Because usually fathers are like twice their son's sizes, sizes, so, you know, they kind of looked father and son. I mean, obviously Percy's handsome, but like mostly sons are more handsome than their fathers. Like some cases, like fathers are more handsome, but like in some cases, sons are more handsome. So like this could be the case where the son is handsome, but the father is not. Maybe the mother was beautiful and that's why the son is handsome. So basically, I thought that the two of them were related. Maybe the queen cheated on the professor with Mr. Derulo, and that's why he thinks that she is a bitch. I've never been extremely obese ever in my life, so I don't know how this works, but can you be the size of that professor and be that fast? I don't think so. And before you try to cancel me because I called him fat, I'm not fat shaming him, I'm just like asking a general biological question.
My turn.
I have always loved the word revolver, which is why I often call a pistol a revolver. And then people correct me, but I'm just like, I love the word revolver. But every time I see a revolver, I'm like, damn, I've never seen an uglier gun. But except Percy's revolver, I mean, that is pretty. It's like the entire thing is the revolver. Like, it's not just like this tiny thing on the side. No, the entire thing revolves. And it comes with names carved over it. So like, I have never seen, and it revolves so good, man. It has so many bullets. That is one dang good revolver. We should get one. I don't think I'm of legal, I am of legal age. Can I get a revolver? Like, I just found out that you can get, like, anyone can get a gun in America, and that, like, how are you guys even living there?
Hands up! This revenge is mine. Not if you're dead.
So you show up with a group of people and then you say that this is your individual project? Percy, darling, that's not how it works. I mean, I work on a lot of group projects. We get like 2 group projects a week. That's how many group projects our school is keen on giving us. So I just ask everyone in my group, I'm like, okay, what's your name? Okay, get lost. That's it. I do the entire work. I'm like, okay, I write your names down. Do not bother me again. I'm a very friendly person, but when it comes to group projects, I just cannot deal with people. So first of all, if you were so keen, you should have just left alone. When everybody was asleep, after you were chased by the dogs who stole the book, everybody was asleep, you could have snuck out without anyone knowing. Clearly you wanted this to be a group project. Now is not the time to bring in your ego and say, this is my revenge. Then why did you walk into this place with 6 people on your arm? And where the hell is Archie?
If you're not dead down there, we can use some help. You and you on the white-haired one.
This episode really had some of the best dialogues ever. If you're not dead down there, we could use some help. And then you and you on the white-haired one. That is really how you chose to describe Percy Wall. No mercy, Percy. Can you imagine calling Percival the white-haired one? That is kind of disrespectful.
Right. Which one can I kill?
Literally anyone.
The deal is in the details, Rexalia. You should have been specific with your words because Grog took that a little too literally, and 2 minutes later he was also killing you guys. No. I don't know. It's not even funny. I don't know why I was laughing. But there is just something about Cassandra just laying there that is just so accurate. Like, I've never seen anyone... Oh my god, I have seen a chopped head. My parents are doctors, I've seen shit. Anyway. You know, it's like the entire presentation seems right, you know, because like a person who is hurt like that, they kind of look like that, and they kind of have like a pool of blood around them like that, you know. Part of me always knew that Cassandra was not going to die. But then a part of me was like, oh dang, they're going dark. She is dead. And then she got up like that, and I was like, okay, cool. But man, when she fell back, that scared me. Like, I'm gonna have nightmares about that.
1, that's 3! Just 11!
My 4-year-old cousin counts better than that. But he is like 1, 3, 11, all the letters. And I have to appreciate the fact that Keyleth has been turning into a tiger more and more often. I love her as a tiger. She's really like a beautiful tiger. Once again, they all just stood there while he enchanted Grog. They just stood there. Like, it takes 1 second to shoot somebody and you just stand there. You don't even have to reach them, approach them. There is nobody near the professor. Who is Percy protecting this time? Why didn't Wax just take his dagger, shoot it, Wax, shoot her arrow, Keyleth, grow these poisonous roots and just strangle him? Like, you had all these options and you just stood there and just let him enchant Grog. On which note though, there are some according to different stories, like in some stories they say that, you know, if you are cursed or like enchanted and stuff, you have to kill the enchanter in a certain way in order to break the spell. So, you know, some say that you must kill the seer without spilling a single drop of blood, and that's the only way the curse would be broken. So I think if they were thinking that and that's why they didn't kill the professor, that would make a lot of sense. But otherwise, you guys are absolutely ridiculous, Vox Machina, and now I agree with everyone in the town that would not give you a penny. Well, that was scary. At first I was like, oh, we're being introduced to the Everlight, whatever. But damn, she's beautiful. Is light she or he in English? Why does English not have genders? I mean, in French we have genders for everything, like literally everything. So English does not have genders, so how do we know if light is he or she?
Who are you?
I'm lost.
Imagine she had taken out a notepad and gone, okay, lost. Surname?
Pay attention, Dorolo. I want you to know how you died.
I thought he meant pay attention, Derulo. If you keep looking down, I won't be able to enchant you.
To think, to work out all the angles.
Nice try, Dorolo, but flattery will not prolong your life.
It already did, idiota. Why are you such a fool, Professor?
And yet it bought me all the time I needed.
My point exactly. Percy is that fine a shot that he left the professor alive and just tore off his tongue. I study biology because, like, you know, in English we have to learn the biology of the tongue, of how it produces sounds in the vocal cords and stuff. I have been told where the tongue begins and ends, and yet if you tell me, like, if you literally place the gun for me, I would still miss it. And Percy was able to do this, and yet you're saying that if you shoot someone, you might miss. No, honey. Percival does not miss. He's literally dead shot. Also, on which note, he is so hot. He is really, 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 like, I don't, like...
The woman was too stunned to speak.
He's really good, man. Really good. Like, he has a good personality. He's good looking. And he's like a shapeshifter, like at least an eye shifter, and like turns into a bird. He's good.
What?
Oh, fuck.
Get it, I guess?
Oh, look at it go.
He even has his priorities straight. He knows there are 4 people that are fascinated by the tongue and would be able to catch it, so he just goes straight to the professor. And that jump, it was cool. I think we need to do a Legend of Vox Machina smash or pass. I would do it. Stay tuned. It was cool. Catch it, I guess.
Get it, I guess?
If I ever see a Percival, I'll be like, catch it, for sure. No guesses here, for sure.
Got it.
So now we know for sure that Grog's speciality is tongues.
Guys, the smoke.
Keyleth, get over it. It's just gunpowder smoke. That was beautiful. It was so artistic, man. Every time Percy kills someone, it's just so aesthetically pleasing.
Percy!
I'd stand up for you and clap, but then you won't be able to see me. I loved this scene. This scene was absolute perfection because, you know, Percy was in his darkness, in his murder mode, and then it was Cassandra who broke that spell, and I loved it. We were just talking about this in my last video, and I was like, when we talk about true love, why do we always mean the romantic sort? Your mothers have true love for you, your fathers, your siblings, your colleagues, your friends. There's so many people and so many relationships around you, and yet it's the romantic sort of love that breaks the spell. Why is that? So to see Cassandra being the one that affected Percy was beautiful. I mean, if it had been, you know, like Vex'ahlia or Keyleth who had, you know, broken the spell, it would not have exactly hit the spot. Not because, you know, I mean, they have known each other for a while, yes. And even if they, you know, Vex'ahlia, for example, Vex'ahlia and Percy had been dating, it still would not have exactly hit the spot the way it did with Cassandra. And I'm not saying that the romantic sort of true love is not good. It is good. It is beautiful. It changes you completely sometimes. It makes you a better person sometimes, or a worse person, but it makes you a better person sometimes. And I just feel like, you know, we have that kind of representation. Every other movie is about romantic sort of love. So to see the love between siblings, which is rare, like literally, most people hate their siblings. So this was beautiful. I think we need more representation of other forms of love because, you know, sometimes we come across people and they would have loving parents, loving siblings, cousins, family, colleagues. And if they're like, I don't want to get married, I don't want a boyfriend. And they're like, oh my God, she never found love. She's literally drowning in love. How the hell did she not find love? So I just think that, you know, with Percy, I think it's really beautiful that it was Cassandra who broke the spell.
I thought you were dead.
I thought you'd come back to check.
Sister, you're really acting like the man did not watch his entire family get butchered, and then he was like, I don't know, 14 at the time, or maybe 18 at the time, like whatever your age might be, you really expect him to walk back into that hellhole to check if his sister is alive or not. I know you shouldn't believe that a person is dead as long as you don't see them dead, but you have to realize the position Percy was in. The man's entire hair are white. You only have like a strand. So I think you're not someone to judge.
We're together.
I wouldn't trust her this fast. But then again, I have trust issues. Don't listen to me. Or maybe you should. Do not trust her. She has been living with the Briarwoods for all this time. You should not be trusting her, Percy. You don't know her anymore.
I've always wanted to try this.
She's gonna try a spell for the first time. I mean, she has successfully casted many spells for the first time, but I still do not trust her. I would have like taken a step back just to be on the safe side. That Art of the Brow was everything. I mean, I feel like with every passing episode, Silas seems more of a human. I would say, like in the first episode, like his first introduction, he was just, man, he was rough and tough, and he was like a clear, like he was a vampire. He didn't even have a reflection. But now, looking at this guy, you're like, he might have a reflection. And in a cool way. We really need to do a Smash or Pass, Legend of Vox Machina edition.
Rebels should be gathering.
Grog, giant. Wax, muscular. Percy, probably also muscular. Keyleth, magical powers. Wexalia, also muscular, probably. And yet they're making Cassandra walk. I mean, Grog was carrying her just like 2 minutes ago. Whatever happened to that? Percy, do you not trust your sister with Grog? Carry her yourself. The girl literally came back from the dead. What are you doing, boy?
There's a whore.
I saw the zombies. I saw Scanlan say the zombies. And yet I also heard whore. The problem's in here. Can't even blame Scanlan anymore. So that was it for this video. Really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give me a like. Also comment below and let me know anything. That's just how it is around here. You can say anything. And also subscribe, click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. And also follow me on my Instagram and Twitter. They're both at LFVox. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm the only LFVox in this world. And we need to do a Legend of Vox Machina smash or pass. We also need to do a Wheel of Time smash or pass. I really miss the Wheel of Time. I miss watching the episodes and doing my research and just talking about it. I really enjoyed that show. But, you know, there is so much else going on. I'm not getting the chance to approach the Wheel of Time again. But I will soon. And thank you for watching and bye!
Is where we leave.